Though shuts down I-40 this morning. Plus, an NAU professor's new invention could reduce the environmental impact of cooling homes. The news starts now.
You're watching NAZ Today, Northern Arizona's local news.
Good evening and welcome to NAZ Today. I'm Matt Kienitz.
And I'm Michaela Richardson. Thanks for tuning in.
3 people are dead and 5 injured after a single vehicle accident on Interstate 40 near Winslow. Among the dead are a 4-month-old infant, a teenage male, and an adult male. The Arizona Department of Public Safety says the crash happened around 7:34 a.m. near milepost 256 near Winslow. 8 people were in the vehicle when it ran into the median. Investigators say the driver overcorrected and the truck swerved and rolled multiple times. 3 people were ejected from the vehicle and pronounced dead at the scene. The other 5 passengers, including the driver, were taken to the hospital. DPS says impairment has not been ruled out as a factor.
The wait is finally over. The InNOut on Milton will be opening this Friday at 4 p.m. after nearly a year of construction. After months of rumors about when the InNOut will open, some as early as last October, it now has its official date for a soft opening. The popular burger spot is located where the old Pizza Hut used to be, near where the I-17 turns into Milton. This is Flagstaff's first location for the chain. Before this week, the nearest branch was in Prescott. The opening has some locals worried about newer, less local businesses taking over the town. Either way, the lines are sure to be long this Friday afternoon.
Traditional air conditioning units are known to be both environmentally and financially damaging, but NAU engineering students are working on changing that. NAZ Today's Ashley Hayden has the story.
Project Smart Fan is an idea that is 15 years in the making. It started with an idea assistant research professor Alexander Schenken had while living in Panama.
So I was sitting in my living room one evening and essentially like beads of sweat coming down my forehead. And it was nice and cool outside, but the house was holding the heat from the day inside. I said, I'm going to build myself a fan that has temperature sensors and it'll pull the cool air in when I need it. Of course, who has time to do something like that?
Schenken realized that the project would not be doable with the free time he had available. That is until he turned the idea into a capstone project for his engineering students.
I thought that this would be a really good opportunity for these students to apply these engineering skills to a problem that is environmentally pressing.
After a few different capstone groups took on the challenge, a prototype became a reality. It is essentially a box fan that you can stick in your window with temperature sensors that regulate the inside temperature with outside air.
We essentially bought a fan off of Amazon, hacked it, with our brains and stuck it in a dorm room and kind of measured its effectiveness in cooling the room, and so that was successful.
Schenken found out about a contest that seemed to be a perfect opportunity for the project to be displayed, the 10 Across Clean Cooling Challenge. This year's challenge was to develop a clean cooling system for heat overburdened and underserved populations in the U.S. I-10 region. The students pitched their project and won. Their prize? $150,000 to create prototypes and install them in 40 homes being built by Habitat for Humanity. The prize money will be shared by NAU, Habitat for Humanity, and the group's product designer to quickly start making this cost-effective cooling method a reality. Ashley Hayden, NAZ Today.
What you pay for water will be the topic of an informational meeting next Monday. The City of Flagstaff will go over the current drinking water, wastewater, and reclaimed water rate study, and all are welcome to join. The meeting will be held Monday, April 8th from 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the East Flagstaff Library.
The Flagstaff City Council approved funding to create 139 affordable rental apartments. The project will be paid for by more than $3 million in rental incentive bonds designed to encourage construction of lower rent apartments. The 2 complexes will be called San Francisco Square, which will serve seniors, and the Aspen Lot Apartments, which will serve single people and families. The funding for the apartments comes from Proposition 442, which was approved by Flagstaff voters back in 2022. Sean Connolly has been announced as the next police chief for the city of Flagstaff. After graduating from NAU with a degree in educational leadership, Connolly served more than 3 decades with the Phoenix Police Department in different positions. Connolly will become the chief in June after the current chief, Dan Musselman, who's held the job since 2020, retires. A Flagstaff local is making a name for herself across the state through a sport that is not well understood by many, baton twirling. NAZ Today's Jordan Valander tells us about this unique sport and the person who is bringing awareness to it.
Thank you, Matt. Flagstaff High School is being put on the map for the sport of baton twirling, and it all started with one individual.
Baton twirling combines dance and color guard skills to create routines. The routines can consist of 1, 2, or 3 batons, and competitions can be held at a national or international level. Cheyenne Sorensen, a Flagstaff High School student, has been active in the sport since 2nd grade.
So baton twirling is a competitive sport. We don't have an off season, so we're twirling all year long. We do competition season, and then from high school to college you do field twirling. And I've been doing it since around 1st or 2nd grade. It is a sport, I would say.
Sorensen says 2024 marks a turning point for her.
Recently this year I made a coaching switch and everything has just really taken off for me. It's really cool representing USA. It's something I never dreamed of, and then this year I'll be trying out for Team USA again. We'll be going to Italy in 2025 if I make it, so that's this summer.
Sorensen says her goal is to increase awareness of the sport.
My goal this season is to make Team USA, and so I can head to Italy in 2025. And it is also, we have our state competition, Arizona State. I've held the artistic twirl title, Arizona State artistic twirl title for 2 years now, hoping to go for year 3. And I also have my eye on the solo trophy this year too.
Sorensen says she is looking forward to this season and has set some goals for herself.
One of my goals at Flag High was to just really push twirling out there, and like my campaign, I'm an ambassador for Baton Arts this year, and my campaign for it was to bring awareness to twirling in Arizona, because Arizona twirling is mainly forgotten about, and I just want people to know there are good twirlers in Arizona.
Sorensen says she wants to pursue baton twirling in college and is currently looking at schools such as the University of Colorado Boulder, U of A, ASU, and SDSU. Jordan Valander, NAZ Today.
It's time to get your protective glasses ready, as Flagstaff residents will be able to view the upcoming solar eclipse. On Monday, April 8th, the eclipse will be visible from 3:19 to 3:23 p.m. Although it's a total eclipse, from our vantage point in northern Arizona, it will appear as if the moon is covering 60% of the sun. Instead of asking for donations for her documentary film, NAU alumna Jackie Heyer is using laughter to raise money. NAZ Today's Ava Nichols has the story.
Jackie Heyer is using comedy to raise money for her documentary film, Never Too Late, which tells the story of a 73-year-old Costa Rican on her journey to fulfill her dream of seeing the Grand Canyon.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, inhaler. I'm taking your breath away. I remember sitting at her kitchen table, just having a normal conversation, and she told me one of her dreams was to see the Grand Canyon. And in that moment, I literally felt something inside of me shift, thinking like, oh, I'm going to take you there. I don't know how.
Heyer met Nellie when she studied abroad in 2019. Since then, it's been her mission to help Nellie fulfill her dream. The how became stand-up comedy, which Heyer attempted for the first time to connect people and help fund the trip.
Yeah, it's really cool because Jackie's very good at that. And it's really cool to see her like creating art to fund her other art.
Between the laughs, Heyer opened up about her and Nellie's relationship and what viewers can expect to see in the documentary, inspiring viewers to support her project.
In Costa Rica, that's like the best joke of the night.
Telling the story of Nellie and Jackie's experience with her but keeping it uplifting and fun, and I'm like, yeah, I want you guys to have more fun together, so that was nice.
Awaiting a visa, Heyer and Nellie will reunite and set off on their adventure in spring 2025.
Never Too Late is about bringing Nellie into that childlike wonder of having a dream, making her feel young, and free again, with a lot of humor and satirical stuff.
If you're interested in donating to this film, scan the QR code on the screen to be redirected to the GoFundMe page. Reporting from Theatricos, Ava Nichols for NAZ Today.
Coming up, students say they'd love to take psychology classes at NAU. If they could only get in. Stay with us.
Well, we're seeing chances of high winds, rain, and snow mixed with some colder temperatures. I'll have more for you, so stay tuned after the break.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Welcome back. NAU psychology students are finding it tough to enroll in some of the classes that they need.
NAZ Today's Nicole Rutherford tells us it's a problem of supply versus demand.
Psychology students say small class sizes, long wait lists, and too many students from different majors are making it hard for them to get through the program.
The study of psychology has been rapidly growing throughout the last decade. With the rise of mental health awareness, more students want to get into the field.
I chose to major in psychology because I've always found it really interesting.
The program has over 1,400 majors and another 1,000 taking the psychology minor.
Psychology is a really popular minor too, and just like a really broad subject that like a lot of students that aren't even psych majors are trying to take psychology classes. But there's not even a lot of options because I know like so many people get waitlisted.
Psych professor Jason Wetton says it's true.
It's just a matter of a number of resources that we have as far as teachers go. We are one of the largest majors on campus. It's because of that it is hard for us to get students in.
Even though psychology is its own field of study, psych courses are in demand from other areas.
We also are what's called a service department, which means that a lot of our courses are required by other majors as well. So if you're a nursing major, for example, you're required to take a lot of psych courses. If you are, in business, you have some psych courses to take.
Psychology is one of the largest majors at NAU, and Wetton says the faculty is well aware of the problem and faces a choice of whether to keep serving other departments or lock down psychology classes for their own majors. For now, he supports keeping the classes open for students. That means crowded classes.
The professors here in psychology are super amazing. I love the department. It's kind of hard to get in classes, especially your freshman year. You might not take that many psychology classes, but that's okay. You'll make up for it by the time you graduate.
One student, Daniela Silva, told me that as a first-generation Latina going to college, she wants to help spread awareness of mental health issues, especially in the Hispanic community. She feels that the university should consider adding more classes and even propose an idea for the university to build their own psychology building. Nicole Rutherford, NAZ Today.
force improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown, and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch! Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
I just found out my work party is a +1. You want to go? This is my boss, Ella.
Nice to meet you, Greg. You're welcome. Nope, I'm high. But I'll clean the kitchen while you're gone.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
Pool party at Jesse's. Can you drive? I'm toasted.
Nope, I'm high. But I can order us a ride.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
When I first saw a turtle, my heart was full. Now I'm anything but lonely.
We have this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a little bit of a lot of things.
But they're all pure love.
Welcome back to NAZ Today. My name's Jordan Ballander, and I'll be your student forecaster this Wednesday evening. Flagstaff currently has a temperature of 59 degrees, clear skies, and wind speeds of 14 miles per hour coming from the southwest direction. Our current satellite shows absolutely no cloud coverage here in the state of Arizona, which means the sun was shining bright for us today. Our daily almanac shows a high of 62, low of 27, which is right above those averages of 57 and 26. Now, while this low may be below freezing, it was nowhere near that record low of 8 degrees set back in 1980. As for precipitation, we saw absolutely no precipitation yesterday, but since January 1st, we've seen 8.76 inches, which is well above that average of 6.19 inches. Looking at high temperatures today throughout the state of Arizona, we see a range of 60s to 80s. We see Winslow with that high of 65, Payson that high of 67, Sedona that high of 64, and Phoenix keeping it nice and warm with that high of 82. Tonight we see that forecast low of 27 degrees with mostly clear skies, and that sunset is at 6:50 p.m. Tomorrow we see a forecast high of 60 degrees with mostly sunny skies, and that sunrise is at 6:08 a.m. and that sunset is at 6:51 p.m. Looking at forecast temperatures throughout the state of Arizona, we see a range of 60s to 80s. We see Show Low with that high of 66, low 43, Payson that high of 70, low 42, Sedona that high of 72, low 45, and Lake Havasu getting ready for boating season with that high of 81, low 54. Taking it to the Flagstaff Extended, we see Thursday we have that high of 60, low of 32. Friday a high of 44, low of 20 with some winds. Now on Friday we are expected to get 2 to 4 inches of snow during the night, and it is expected to last into Saturday morning. Now Saturday we see that high of 42, low of 20. Sunday that high of 50, low of 25 with sunny skies. And Monday that high of 47, low of 27. Now that is all I have for weather, but stay tuned for sports after the break with Tyler Murphy.
Fast-paced family life in need of a slowdown?
Hello, I'm Dr. Spruce. Did you know all those green shapes on maps are parks and forests? It's true. Visit discovertheforest.org and plan to visit a park or forest near you, instead of just wondering what it would have been like.
While the word forest might make you think of distant lands from far, far away, please note parks and forests are closer than you think, which means things like beautiful scenery, fresh air, and family time are also closer than you think.
I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it. My support team never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew who I could become as a person. I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Hi, Meals on Wheels.
I'm Marco. I'm a college student, and I volunteer as a driver for Meals on Wheels.
I think it's awesome meeting these people. I mean, they're so interesting. They've had so many wonderful experiences in life. Your community helps to raise you up into the person that you become. Meals on Wheels is a great way to give back to that community.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
How are we doing tonight? Welcome back to NAZ Today. My name is Tyler Murphy, and I'll be your sports reporter for tonight. Let's dive on in. With football recruitment season over, one Coconino Panther will be making a trip 2 hours south shortly. I spoke with Cocoa football player Prayer Young Blackgoat about his commitment to ASU. Check it out. With football season right around the corner, one of Flagstaff's very own Coconino senior Prayer Young Blackgoat is gearing up to head 2 hours south to Phoenix to join the Arizona State University football program as a preferred walk-on at linebacker.
He said he didn't have any scholarship spots. I mean, that's fine with me. I really like the fact that I have to work for my scholarship, so I don't mind coming in as a walk-on, like under-recruited. I'm not starter or anything. I mean, I only had 3 offers, so I'm like kind of no one in the recruitment world right now.
With only a preferred walk-on offer and an academic scholarship, young Blackgoat's relationship with linebacker coach A.J. Cooper helped lead his decision for his commitment.
I kind of wanted to have my own college experience. I feel like NU is just in my backyard. You know, I like the fact that ASU is a new program, so everybody's kind of learning the same thing, so I'm not that far behind. You know, Coach Cooper sees something in me, ASU sees something in me, and I'm ready to work.
Prayer's mother, Heidi, believes that becoming a Sun Devil was the right decision to make for her son's athletic success.
We're just super proud of him. It's a big deal for him to be given an offer, even if it's not a full scholarship for the first year. You know, having an open door and taking it is like the big step and the big commitment. And I know that, you know, really it's going to be the best fit for him. Their program is super exciting. Their support staff is amazing. And it was just very apparent that that was going to be the program for him.
Tyler Murphy, NAZ Today. The way he played at Cocoa, there's no doubt Prayer will continue the same work ethic at ASU. With the Final Four happening in Phoenix, there are still Lumberjacks to be found down south. NAU men's basketball head coach Shane Burkhart expects Purdue and UConn to battle for the championship.
I just think that they're too good. I think UConn's too good, but with that being said, Purdue is on a mission to get to the national championship and to win it, and if there's one team that can match up with UConn, it would be Purdue.
With March Madness slowly coming to an end, we have an exciting matchup on both sides of the bracket, with the UConn Huskies taking on the Tide of Alabama after the NC State Wolfpack matches up against the Boilermakers from Purdue, which will be played on Saturday, April 6th. On the women's bracket, it's a matchup against the Carolinas between the South Carolina Gamecocks and the NC State Wolfpack, which will be followed by the Iowa Hawkeyes playing against the UConn Huskies. Both games will take place in Cleveland Friday, April 5th. With all the madness that's happened in March, There has never been a year where two schools have both their men's and women's team make the Final Four, a historic tournament that many will remember. Now stick around for your weather recap with Jordan Valander after the break.
Is your family in need of more quality time together?
Hello, I'm Dr. Spruce. Nature is best enjoyed together. So bring the whole family to discover all the bonding and stress-reducing benefits parks and forests have to offer. Visit discovertheforest.org and trade in phone time for family time.
Birds, squirrels, chipmunks, grass, worms, bugs, trees, rocks, and other objects in nature cannot talk. If you'd like to have a conversation while visiting nature, you will need to bring humans along. We strongly recommend starting with your family.
So there you are, shuffling through a stack of resumes and you come to mine. This is it, first impression, my way in. But can my resume show you how I truly stand out? Like that I was studying, going to night school while working 2 jobs just to help my parents pay for groceries. Or being the first one to always step up. No, that's something you just can't put on paper. Look beyond the resume and discover new ways to develop great talent that is dedicated, hardworking, and determined like me.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help.
You were probably going to turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Marie, you have prediabetes.
Prediabetes? I don't have time to eat right or exercise. I'm a busy mom.
Oh, you're a busy mom.
Yeah.
This is great news. Busy moms never get prediabetes.
Wait, what?
Let me just... Yeah, this is all the people at risk for prediabetes, and way over here, busy moms. No?
Taking a look at that Flagstaff extended one last time, we see Thursday with that high of 60. However, we do see a dip down on Friday with that high of 42, low of 20. And make sure you're holding on to your hats as we will be having some winds. And make sure you're bundling up on Friday night if you're planning to go out, as we are expected to have some snow. Now that's all I have for weather today.
Thanks, Jordan. Now, this weekend is sunny, and I'm really excited for it because the Northern Arizona Book Festival officially begins this Friday, April 5th. This festival is meant to unite the community with books highlighting Northern Arizona and Northern Arizona authors.
There are multiple events taking place over the 12 days of the festival, including readings, authors, meet and greets, book signings, but that is all we have for you tonight. Be sure to check us out on social media and have a great night.